Hello everyone. So in this lecture we'll see what is the partition of a set. Okay. So guys, let us begin with the partition of a set. Let's say partition of a set that is represented with pi. So we can say that yes, we can say that what is the correct partition of a set? Yes, let us write the definition of partition. So we can say that partition of a set capital S is a collection of disjoint non-empty subsets of set S that have S as their union, isn't it? So let us consider one set is given as, let's say this is the given set. This is the given set. This is A1. This is A2. Let's say this is A3. This is A4. And this is A5. This is A6. Isn't it? So we can say that let us consider this one is what we can say that one figure that is a partition of a set. Partition of a set. So here AI is what we can say that collection of subsets. Collection of we can say that subsets, isn't it? So here we can say that partition of a set is a collection of disjoint non-empty subsets of S that have S as their union. So here you can see all A1, A2, A3, A4 all are subsets of the given set S, as well as all are non-empty. And we can say that if we union all of these, then we will get the original set S, that is the correct partition, isn't it? So what are the properties we can write down, or we can say that, let's say that is pi is a partition. Pi is a partition of set S if and only if first one we can say that yes, cardinality of AI must be greater than equals to 1. That means non-empty. That means every subset must be non-empty. That is AI not equals to phi. That is the first condition for a correct partition. Second one, we can say that AI intersection with AJ is equals to phi. Means every subset here, every we can say that if we take any two subsets, then these subsets must be empty. So we can say that when I not equals to J, that is disjoint. Next one, third one, we can say that union of all subsets, all AIs will give you the original set S. Then we can say that that is the correct partition, isn't it? I hope this one is clear to everyone. So we'll see, yes, what are the, yes, or let us take one example. Yes, let us take one example. Let's say question is which one of the following is or are is the partition of set S, where set S is given as 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll take one by one. Let's say first partition is given as pi equals to, yes, this one, 3 comma 4. Option B is given as pi is equals to 1 comma 2 and 3. Option C is given as 1 comma 2, then 2 comma 3 and 4. Option D is given as 1 2 3 comma 3. Next one, option E as well, pi equals to 1 2 3 and 4. And option F is both D and E. So here we can say that yes, what will be the correct answer? Here we can see that yes, in first one subset is empty, that is not allowed. So because of that, we can say that this is not a correct partition. Here union of first and second subsets will not give you the given set S. That's why it is not a correct partition. In the third one, we can say that here A1 and A2 intersection of A1 and A2 is not equals to 5. That means that this is not disjoint. Okay. So we can say that here A1 intersection A2 is not equals to 5, isn't it? That's why we can say that this is also not a correct partition. But in D, we can say that 1, 2, 3, 4 all are disjoint, isn't it? No one is empty, and the union of all these subsets will give the given set S. That's why this is the correct partition. Similarly, this one is also a correct partition. So we can say that correct answer is F. Both D and E are what? Correct partition, isn't it? So yes, what is the meaning of a partition of a set is clear to everyone. Okay. So write down one note. Yes, we can see here for a given set more than one element or more than one partitions may possible. Here we can say that here we write yes only two partition, but we can say that various number of partitions can be possible for a given set. So there is a formula how to count these partitions, or we can say that for a set given to you, and we can say that if one set is given to you, then how to find total number of partitions, then we will use one formula, that is what we'll see one by one. Okay, so let us write one note. So let us write one note. We can say that finding total number of partitions for a given set is equivalent to finding number of ways of distributing distinct objects among identical boxes. So this problem is reduced to the distribution problem, and I already discussed this one in the division into groups topic. In that we discussed how to distribute distinct objects among identical boxes. So that formula will be applicable here. So whatever be the set given to you, you can apply that one. Here we can say that let us consider one example. With that example, yes, we'll see. Let us consider one example. Let's say given a set, let's say capital set S is given as 1 2 3 4. So we can say that question is how many partitions are possible. How many partitions are possible? So yes, we can say that the partition will contain, yes, either contain one subset or two subset or three subset or four subset. More than four subsets are not possible because yes, we can say that here only four elements are there. So yes, if at least one element, or we can say that if one element is also present, then also we can say that we can't have yes five subsets, because if fifth one will be there, then guaranteed that will be the empty, and if it is not empty, then guaranteed there will be some yes common elements among the subsets, isn't it? So if four elements are there, so we can say that maximum four subsets are possible inside any yes partition. So let us take one by one. Let's say one block, or we can say that one subset is present in the partition. That means total elements are four, and these are distributed among one group or box, and that box contains all these four elements. Next possibility is two boxes. So we can say that in two boxes, yes, these can be divided like that or not. Yes, this is 3 and 1. And next one, or we can say that one more possibility is there, that is we can say that 2 and 2. Both boxes have either 3 or 1 or 2 comma 2, isn't it? Division into groups I discussed in the combinatrix. Yes, if that is not clear to you guys, then there won't be, yes, we can say that understanding for this question or this formula. So first, if you did not see the combinatrix, then first try to see that particular part combinatrix, that is important. Means counting, how to count, that will be, yes, we can say that discussed there. Next, third one, we can say that if it is three blocks means we can say that it could be, yes, 2 1 and 1, isn't it? So that will be the partition or distribution. And next to final possibilities is we can say that four groups or four blocks. So we can say that all these fours are distributed among four, or we can say that four subsets are created. So all subsets will be having one element, isn't it? So we can say that for one block, we can say that formula will be what? 4 factorial divided by 4 factorial. Plus for 2, 2, we can say that 4 factorial by 3 factorial into 1 factorial, plus 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Now these two both groups have same number of elements, because of that we divide by, yes, 2 factorial also, isn't it? We discussed this one in the detail, yes, in combinatrix. Next one is what? You only tell me. Next one is 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 1 factorial, 1 factorial. Here two groups are there. Yes, we can say that which has same number of elements, because of that divide by 2 factorial also. And last one we can say that plus, yes, for 4 block, 4 factorial divide by 1 factorial, 1 factorial, 1 factorial, 1 factorial. And here we can say that all, yes, 4 groups are there containing same number of elements, 1 1 1. So divide by 4 factorial. So if we count all these, so we can say that it will be 1, then we can say that plus 7 plus 6 plus 1. So we can say that 15 will be the correct answer. I hope this one is clear to everyone, isn't it? Okay, so in this manner, you can count the total number of partitions, isn't it, for a given set. I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay. Next one, we can say that if this one is clear to everyone, and then next some theorems are there which are related with, we can say that equivalence classes and properties, and we can say that quotient set and partition as well. So all together, we can say that there are some theorems. So all these theorems we will discuss in the next lecture. Okay, I hope this one is clear to everyone. Okay, thank you so much, guys.